If your manufacturing plant or processing plant is 30 years or older, you have an electric room. It's the kind of the nerve center, the vortex of the entire facility, and it's probably going to go down sooner or later. You probably know that. Thanks for watching me here on WildBiz TV. I'm Lynn Hinderrocker, and I'm here with Jake Tanhagen. Thank you. You're head of integration and project integration at Interstates in Sioux Center, Iowa. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right, Jake. And it's very interesting, this whole electric room rehab or upgrade decision. Anybody can put this off almost indefinitely, and then potentially something really serious can happen. Isn't that what the story is?
That's right. It's one of those things, probably rarely or even in the electric room. You don't see it. It gets a little bit out of sight, out of mind. You forget about it.
Yeah, I hear sometimes GMs don't actually walk into the room maybe for a period of time.
That's probably accurate. I'm kind of curious if any of our audience who's watching this, when's the last time they maybe have been in their electric room?
So this is an eye-opening interview, but keep going. Tell us about what's the foregone conclusion. What's probably or going to happen?
Yeah, it's very rarely, if this is going to happen, you are going to have some sort of electric room incident. It's when. And those incidents can vary from as simple, you can't buy some replacement parts, so you have partial plant shut down for a long time. You could have a major outage that keeps you out portions of your plant or even your whole entire plant. And frankly, worse, you could have an electrical accident that could cause injury to your personnel.
Boy, we don't even want to go there, but let's talk about why do people put this off? I realize that just, the thing seems to be operating smoothly, but once you start replacing parts and people keep saying, it's a little tough to find this or that, isn't something going on in your head saying, wait a minute, what this plant thing it's got to be modified?
Yeah, I wish I had the answer why they're putting it off, but I'm sure you've got something that you should be doing with your health or with your home or with your car.
Yeah, preventative maintenance with a car or disability insurance, whatever.
Yeah, and I bet you've probably put some of that off too. You're thinking, I don't have time right now, but the if not when, it's right there. It's going to happen to you, and when it does, it's going to be expensive.
Yeah, it could be disastrous, actually. Yep. What are we talking about for money? All right, somebody says, hey, I don't happen to have anything in my budget. There's no line item here for attacking this problem. How do you help somebody budget and allocate, or at least understand that if they don't do this, there's going to be financial implications?
Yeah, it probably first comes with understanding what you actually have at risk. You're not thinking about it, you're not considering what the risk. But if you consider your plant being down for a day, that's lost revenue.
Yes.
That could easily be, in the plants we're talking about, scared to say $100, $200, several $100,000 at least they could have for lost production.
Big numbers, big numbers. And you could also alienate the customers that you've had, perhaps for a long period of time.
Oh, that's right. You likely have contracts with customers that you're scheduled to deliver stuff. So if you can't produce that yourself, you're going to go buy it. And you're likely, it's going to get ugly, you're going to go buy it from your competitor.
Could be very expensive and ugly in the industry and hurt your brand reputation, a lot of different things.
That's accurate.
All right, now let's talk about the employee implications. I mean, could somebody get killed in there and end up suing the employer or not? Or
That risk is there. That's real risk. That if you have that type of system that is that unsafe, you're playing with fire there.
All right, Jake, tell me about some of the individual components in the electric room that we'd have to be watching, or kind of get a little more detailed with me for just a second.
You have your incoming service. Your in-service conductors, you have your service equipment, you have major breakers in your service gear, stuff like that. If some of those goes down, you could be long time trying to find replacement parts.
Yeah, because and then the conveyor belts stop, right?
Right, yeah. There's no mice in there spinning the wheel to get it to turn. You need some electricity to flow.
Oh my goodness gracious! So then what's the time frame? If somebody says, well, we're not going to go whole hog, we'll just cobble a solution together. Can they get it up in a day, a week, a month? What would it take? This is not the big picture solution now.
So if you have an accident or a shutdown or something like that, you could probably get a Band-Aid solution of some sort together in a few days. But that's going to be an expensive Band-Aid. You're talking about overnight fees, expediting fees, trying to rush crew members in there. We like to joke we don't have a trap door that we can just drop out electricians
It's
around
not a magic
here.
thing.
No, it's not a magic thing. We got to pull people from someplace.
Right.
So you got that initial expense to get you back up and running so you can produce product again.
All right, now if they look at you and say, you know what, I don't want to take the risk anymore, I'm going to take it out of our capital fund or something, and we're going to go ahead and do state of the art. We just want to go all the way. We want to have a 100%, and I'm going to sleep well at night. I'm going to worry about this anymore. What's somebody probably looking at? $500,000, $2 million? What?
Yeah, that's a little bit of a loaded question, but it varies greatly. But several $100,000 to $500 to $1 million is not going to be atypical to spend to update an electric room.
But if you wanted to prorate that out over a period of months or years, it probably wouldn't take too long to break even, would it?
Right. Yeah, that's accurate.
Absolutely. Well, Jake, you're out here at Interstates in Sioux Center, Iowa. You work on these kinds of things all the time. It's a big trend with a lot of older plants, these older electric rooms. Thanks so much for giving us the big picture and telling us how to hone in on this thing. All right. Thank you so much for watching us right here at Interstates in Sioux Center. I'm Len Hinderrocker with WowBiz TV.